Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Gurudev. We are reading from Sri Sri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, verse 152. O Radhe, with the garland of freshly blooming jasmine flowers in your braid, the softly jingling sash of bells on your broad buttocks, the jingling ankle bells, and the shining armlets and bracelets on your beautiful vine-like arms, with the golden lotus bud-like breasts. When will you quench my thirst for your audience? O Radhe, with the garland of freshly blooming jasmine flowers in your braid, the softly jingling sash of bells on your broad buttocks, the jingling ankle bells, and the shining armlets and bracelets on your beautiful vine-like arms, and with the golden lotus bud-like breasts. When will you quench my thirst for your audience? Wow. The nectarian flavor of Sri Radha's beauty. Wow. Sri Radha is the Kunjabi Sharika. Abhisharika. Kunja Abhisharika. Secretly going out to meet Krishna in an arbor. Very eagerly running to meet her heart's beloved. The devotees should meditate on her beautiful eagerness to meet Shyam and should take it as an example. When a living entity, by some indescribable stroke of good fortune, becomes eager to attain the mood of Radhika's maidservants, and when the divine couple sends a message to the doorstep of the heart of such a raga sadhaka, practitioner of spontaneous devotion, then the devotee's hope blossoms and he runs quickly towards Sri Sri Radha Mohan. That is the Jiva Abhisar, the love journey of the living entity. That living entity leaves his mundane existence far behind him, and considers even liberation to be as insignificant as an empty oyster shell. He leaves the reverential worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead far behind him, and he considers all the different obstacles that appear on his way to be simply stepping stones that help him to ascend to the platform of the beloved's lotus feet and only increase his passionate love. Just as one easily arrives at the desired destination in the deep darkness of the new moon night with the aid of a brilliant torch, so is the example of the sadhaka's abhisar towards Sri Radha Mohan's lotus feet, a burning torch that leads the aspirant through the dense darkness of his material desires towards the lotus feet of his beloved Lord. Srimati goes on Abhisar, and Shripad, in his kinkari form, follows her like her shadow. Waves of constant passion gush from her every limb. Nobody but a Vraj Premika, a lover of Raj, can understand this transcendental extramarital love.
Thank you.
The Goswamis have done so much effort to conceal these secret pastimes from unqualified persons. For this reason, Srila Rupa Goswami wrote in the play Lalita Madhava, in which he described how the gopis were married to Krishna in Dwaraka, and Sri Jiva Goswami described the pastime of Radha and Madhava's marriage in his book Gopala Kampu, so that unqualified persons would not commit offenses at Radha and Krishna's lotus feet, not being able to understand the transcendental nature of their extramarital sports.
I don't understand.
Can we read it again, Gurdev? Srimati goes on Abhisar, and Shripad, in his kinkari form, follows her like her shadow. Waves of constant passion gush from her every limb. Nobody but a Vraj Premika, a lover of Vraj, can understand this transcendental extramarital love. The Goswamis have done so much effort to conceal these secret pastimes from unqualified persons. For this reason, Srila Rupa Goswami wrote the play Lalita Madhava, in which he described how the gopis were married to Krishna in Dwaraka. And Sri Jiva Goswami described the pastime of Radha and Madhava's marriage in his book Gopala Champu, so that unqualified persons would not commit offenses at Radha's and Krishna's lotus feet, not being able to understand the transcendental nature of their extramarital sports. What greater happiness can there be in all the three worlds than that those people before whom I am afraid to speak will not know this? There's no end to the sweetness of Sri Radhika's Abhisar. This verse consists of only addresses. With each address, the Kinkari touches Swamini with Sham's Rasa, Krishna mellows. And so she serves her in both ways. Paricharya, practical service, and prasanga, hearing and chanting, while following her on the same way. How expert these maidservants are. Nobody can be as expert as them. The maidservant is afraid that Swamini will hurt her tender feet while she rushes down the road. So she sweetly calls her, "O you whose braid is adorned by a garland of freshly blooming jasmine flowers. If you walk too fast, your braid will loosen, and the jasmine garland may fall out. Walk a little slower. Just as the bumblebees have become intoxicated after smelling these jasmines, so Madhusudana will also become ecstatic after smelling your sweet fragrance. Your form is like a jasmine flower, and your love is the fragrance that emanates from it. This is what will attract the Russic bumblebee, Madhusudana. Don't spoil this wonderful makeup by running too fast. The bells on your sash as jingling softly on your large buttocks. It is difficult for you to move so fast with these big buttocks. Walk slowly. Don't worry about Sham losing his interest in you if you come a little too late. He will become only more eager to meet you. And that increase will make your meeting even sweeter. The jingling of your waist bells will sound like a stream of nectar to your love-thirsty hero, and he will become pacified and happy even by hearing your waist bells jingling from a distance. He's not going to leave the trysting place if you don't show up exactly in time. The maidservants are more concerned about Radhika's safe arrival than about Krishna's anxious waiting for her. They love Radha more than Krishna. This special mood is called Radha Snehadika or Bhavolasrati. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in Ujjvala Nilamani, those girlfriends who think we belong to Radha and who are always more affectionate towards her than towards Krishna are called Saki Snehadika.
Who belongs to?
Those girlfriends who think we belong to Radha and who are always more affectionate towards her than towards Krishna are called Saki Snehadika. In the above sentence, Gurudev, they call it Radha Snehadika. And then in the following one, Saki Snehadika.
Who like Radhika and the friends apart.
The maidservants are more concerned about Radhika's safe arrival than about Krishna's anxious waiting for her. They love Radha more than Krishna. This special mood is called Radha Snehadika or Bhavolasrati.
Radha. बात हुई थी बट थोड़ा कुछ ज्यादातर परेशानियों फंसे हुए हैं, फिर हम बात करेंगे आप उनका फोन में या आज करेंगे। वो कितना बोल रहा है? अच्छा तो तुम कॉल किए मगर वो मिला नहीं, फोन नहीं आया। हाँ मगर नहीं लगता है हमको बिल ही नहीं हुआ, हम थोड़ा मिस कॉल देखा में, तो आज कोशिश करना। आज बिजी हूँ। अच्छा अच्छा अगर तो आज कल करना। ओके आज पता लगा कि हम तुमको मैसेज कर।
The maidservants are more concerned about Radhika's safe arrival than about Krishna's anxious waiting for her. They love Radha more than Krishna. This special mood is called Radha Snehadika or Bhavolasrati. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in Ujjvala Nilamani, those girlfriends who think we belong to Radha and who are always more affectionate towards her than towards Krishna are called Saki Snehadika. So those are two different moods, Gurudev?
Yes.
Yeah.
Third mood is also.
Once, Krishna engaged Vrinda in bringing Sri Radha to a certain arbor of Govardhan Hill in a stormy night. But one Manjari stopped her and said, "O Saki Vrinde, stop your clever meditations. Go back to Vrinendra Nandana and tell him that it is raining like anything and there are so many poisonous snakes crawling around. How can he send for her in these horrible circumstances? He has defeated the Kaliya snake. He's not afraid of snakes. Let him come here. Then, instead of Radhika having to go there." The maidservant says, "Your lotus feet are very tender, and if you injure them by walking so fast over the piercing pebbles, you will feel pain and come too late. You will not be able to make your lover happy anymore. Therefore, O Radhe, Don't run so fast. Walk carefully, for your lotus feet are so tender. Your vine-like arms are illuminated by your blazing armlets and bangles, with which you can remove the darkness of despair in your lover's heart. Move slowly. Your breasts are as beautiful as golden lotus buds, and they are the best paraphernalia in your worship of Krishna. Walk slowly so that you will not hit any of the tree roots. In this way, the maidservant sweetly runs after her Swamini. Radha, when can I drink the nectar of your beauty with the cups of my eyes? Thus ends verse 152.
One more.
Verse 153. O Radha, your body is swaying on the high waves of the boundless, swelling ocean of nectarian amorous flavors in an indescribable way as you sit on the lap of your beloved with your blooming golden lotus face. When will you thus give pleasure to the eyes of us, your girlfriends? O Radha, your body is swaying on the high waves of the boundless swelling ocean of nectarian amorous flavors in an indescribable way as you sit on the lap of your beloved with your blooming golden lotus face. When will you thus give pleasure to the eyes of us, your girlfriends? A golden lotus in a blue lake. The aim of devotional service is not to enjoy the bliss that comes along with it, but the service itself. The Aishvarya devotee, Daruka, cursed his own ecstasy when it obstructed his devotional service of fanning Dwarvakanatha Sri Krishna. The devotee becomes very angry at his loving ecstasy when it obstructs his ecstatic devotional service. Of course, course, one cannot become angry at Ananda itself, for that Ananda is the natural goal of everyone's life.
Understand?
Yeah, the goal for the service isn't the feeling you get when you give service, it's the service itself.
No, what is who become angry?
The devotee,
Of Dwarka.
when his ecstatic feelings got in the way of his service.
No, the blocks to do this service.
Yeah.
This is the nature of the opulence. Read again. Opulence means mood of the Dwarka. When they stop from doing service, what they are doing, then they become angry.
The Aishvarya devotee.
I can bring here.
No, she's going to fall asleep.
Second.
No, she's going to fall asleep.
Okay.
The Aishvarya devotee, Daruka, cursed his own ecstasy when it obstructed his devotional service of fanning Dwarkanatha.
They become very angry.
Like blocks or inhibits.
Not do now. Other will do.
Yeah. The devotee becomes very angry at his loving ecstasy when it obstructs his ecstatic devotional service.
Yeah.
Of course, one cannot become angry at Ananda itself, for that Ananda is the natural goal of everyone's life. But if that Ananda hampers the devotee's service, he becomes very angry at it.
Yeah. You become very angry if they lose the service, because this is the nature of the opulence. But the body of devotee, if it's there, service is there, not there, both are happy. Difference of the
Shripad, in his kinkari form, follows Srimati on her way to the trysting place, where the jewel of lovers anxiously waits for her. Although millions of gopis desire Krishna, Krishna is mad after Radharani, and her maidservants are very proud of that.
They are not angry. They are proud that Krishna is more giving love to Radha. They leave me and taking care of that. They are proud. This is the understand? Yeah. Yeah.
How sweet is the Yugala meeting, the nectar ocean of their amorous eagerness swells up when they meet, and the maidservant leaves the arbor so that they can make love. Srimati gives her hero full bliss in Viparita Vilas, reverse pastimes, in which her golden vine-like body sways in the strong current of Eros. Finally, she becomes tired and lays down on Shyam Sundar's chest. Shyam is out of his mind of ecstasy when he sees her beautiful form. And at that time, he says, when I see the sweetness of her form after our love pastime, I forget myself of ecstasy. Srimati also floats on an ocean of bliss when she sees how happy she has made Shyam. The maidservant thinks that Srimati looks just like a golden lotus flower resting in a bluish lake of Shyam's chest. Her slender, vine-like body is like the stem of that lotus, and her face is the blooming flower from which the honey of sweet beauty trickles. While she performs her service, the maidservant is immersed in relishing the beauty of Srimati's lotus-like face. Suddenly, Shripad's spiritual vision disappears, and he humbly prays, "O Radhe, when will you give joy to my eyes? O golden lotus that blooms in a blue lake, bliss takes a form before my eyes when I see how sweet you are. We are your girlfriends. Surely your heart will be touched when you hear how much we suffer out of separation from you, and you will take us to the kingdom of bliss for the eyes." Thus ends verse 153.
One more.
Radha, may I ask about this verse?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So because here many times written, we are your girlfriends, not maid servants. I'm a little bit confusing why here Anata Das Baba says like Sakis or girlfriends, not maid servants. I would like to.
You don't understand that. Is a comparing which mood which are there. Is not a Vilat Kusum Manjari, only Manjari Bhav. Here is a comparison. Read some line. Where is your confusion? Here is comparing Dwaraka mood, Vrindavan mood, Sakhi's mood, Manjari's mood. He is comparing. Which mood you are practicing, you have to feel it. Somebody got the service in Dwaraka mode. If you take the service, then it become angry devotee. So this, if angerness is there, taking service, this is Dwaraka mode. Gopis are here, and Krishna wants to go to Radhika. They now become angry. They are happy. This is Braja mood. Is a mood teaching in it. Which place, which mood I am practicing. So this is the teaching of the mood, which mood we are living. It is not Manjari Bhav practice. Manjari, how they practice, this is the example we give with the pastime. Understand?
Yeah, this
no confusion, you have to understand. Ask question that time. Read again.
The whole thing, Gurdev?
The whole thing.
O Radhe, your body is swaying on the high waves of the boundless, swelling ocean.
Is a highway. Your devotion is the highway. Is not a lane or some hidden path. Is a very highway. Is an open path. Big way. Wow.
O Radhe, your body is swaying on the high waves of the boundless, swelling ocean of nectarian, amorous flavors.
You see?
In an
Nectarian and amorous flavor is the highest nectar. It is not possible to get it. It's a flavor.
in an indescribable way.
Yeah, you cannot describe without realization. How to realize? They give the example.
As you sit on the lap of your beloved with your blooming, golden lotus face. When will you thus give pleasure to the eyes of us, your girlfriends?
You see,
Yeah.
girlfriend. Manjaris are also there. Girlfriend flavor is Radha.
Radhe, I'm here.
And girlfriends. Listen, girlfriends. What is there? Go on.
A golden lotus in a blue lake. The aim of devotion.
Golden lotus. Means Radhika is golden. Lotus in blue lake. Krishna, this lotus is a lotus flower in the blue lake. Lake is Krishna and he is close to Krishna. So realize this. Ah.
The aim of devotional service is not to enjoy the bliss that comes along with it, but the service itself.
Yes.
The Aishvarya devotee, Daruka, cursed his own ecstasy when it obstructed his devotional service of fanning Dwarakanatha Sri Krishna. The devotee becomes very angry.
You see, this is the mood of Dwaraka. You become very angry. When the girlfriend sees Sakhi, friends sing, what line? Gopis are friends of Radhika.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Then they see that Radhika is in the ocean of love of the blue river. In blue river, one golden lotus flower is happy, and they are happy. So there are some happiness or jealous also mixed up. I not doing, but she is doing.
So
Second-
here is here is Saki and Manjari both are there, right?
No, Manjari is not there, Sakhi is.
Only Saki.
Uh,
Okay.
Manjari will come, not bring Manjari everywhere. You are watching as a Manjari what they are feeling, different feelings. Dwarka place, when they stop the service to fanning to Krishna, they become very angry. Why? You take my service. So this mood, if somebody has, he has a Dwarka mood. He is not in Braja mood.
Oh, very important. Thank you, Gurudev.
Other.
And what's the difference between Sakis and Gopis?
Sakhis are the friend of you. Like your Sakhi means friend. But this friend has a desire to be with your boyfriend. That is Sakhis. And Gopi means they are friend with you, but they like only your boyfriend. So they become friend. Your gopis. But they are interested with your boyfriend. And Manjaris are only yours want to serve you. This is Manjaris, Dasi. Servant has only one thing, to serve my boss, not to take make the funny meetings and try to desire to meet with your boyfriend. They have no desire like this. They come to serve you and go. This is Manjari. So who is more important for you if you have to decide who is more confidence?
Manjari.
That is the point. Understand? Who is reliable for you? The friend who like your boyfriend? A gopi who like your boyfriend? Only just friendship. They make friend to easily to catch your boyfriend. When you will know, you will keep distance. You will not like to lose your boyfriend. Or you will lose. Same. But Krishna devotee only, if you stop the service, they will become very angry. And how is Radha devotee? They will say. Difference. To understand.
You can see the mood of the Radha
Mood of the person. Yes.
in the Angurde when Sripad's service stops, when her spiritual vision disappears, he humbly prays.
Yes.
Instead
The
of becoming
Manjari
angry.
pray
Yeah.
that again I will get it. And the Dwarka devotee, Krishna devotee become angry. Why my service is taken by others? And Manjari is all praying that again I want service. This is the difference between Manjari and Sadhu. Understand? They are praying to get it, and one devotee become angry. Why you steal my things? Who is good? Praying person or angry person? Radha, can you give the place to sit?